My name is Dan Doehrmann. I represent New York Life Insurance Company, and I specialize in estate planning, life insurance, tax planning, retirement planning, college funding. I have a Series 6 and 63, so I'm a registered representative. I possess a life and health license, as well as an associate's degree in organizational leadership. Don't know if $1 Million Roundtable qualifies, and executive counsel with New York Life.
I've known Dan for 20 years in a lot of different capacities. I started out as his agent, then I got the opportunity to be able to work with Dan, and Dan has actually been my agent as well. So I got to know Dan for a long time in a lot of different roles, but probably the best of all is the role of a friend.
My first Dan Doehrmann memory would have been early December 2005 as we were doing a Christmas party for the Head Start kids in Indianapolis. So, you know, we buy presents and we come in, but for being Christmas, you need a Santa Claus. So into the door comes this ho, ho, ho. That was Dan Doehrmann as Santa Claus. I really couldn't tell the difference.
Well, I've known Dan from the earliest days in his career, and you would be hard-pressed to find someone that truly goes beyond the numbers and really focuses on the well-being and the concern for the clients.
My name is Phil Hauk, and I'm actually a magistrate with the Allen Superior Court. I'm trained as a lawyer, and I have known Dan Doehrmann for a long time, over 20 years. He is my neighbor.
He will do a very thorough fact find and make sure that whatever he's presenting to the client will be what's definitely in the client's best interests.
In my life, I would say it's been my father. We had a family-owned business. It was a gas station and repair shop garage. He was a hard worker, put a lot of hours in, and was very meticulous about the surroundings of the business, as well as making sure that he took care of the clients. One little story is he told me, if you want a job, you're not working in a family business, you have to find your own job. In terms of the industry, two people. One is Wayne Nussbaum, who was my mentor when I got into the business. He was with New York Life for over 40 years. And then Brett and Anna, who was actually my agent prior to joining New York Life. Then I got a phone call from New York Life, not realizing that he was a partner. And so the rest is kind of history. So who would have thought we would have met back up together in this industry? I enjoy fishing. I enjoy the outdoors, home improvements. I enjoy being with family. I joined Naifa in 2005. I decided to join Naifa for several reasons. One is to further my education, get a better understanding of how our political leaders may be impacting not only my business, but also the clients that we serve. So that was very helpful to be a part of that. And the third thing is to build relationships with others that are in the industry and share in our challenges and kind of support each other. So it's a great support group.
Dan has been very dedicated to Naifa. He attends meetings regularly and has become a board member and puts in countless hours in doing everything he can to make Naifa a better organization.
I can tell he truly enjoys his business. Sometimes I think we kick ourselves that we maybe didn't get involved in this business sooner, because he just, like he said, he loves educating his customers, he loves talking to them, working with them, and getting them to a point where they can enjoy their life.
I think extra mile is probably a good phraseology to use, because he's not afraid to go above and beyond the needs of the client, and if it even means that he's making a personal sacrifice, be it his time, time away from his family or something like that, Dan has never questioned that ultimately he has to take care of the client.
I've done a lot of case prep with Dan. I've gone on client appointments with Dan, so I know that he's very thorough in his approach with his clients, and going the extra mile is probably one of the extra things that Dan is very good at.
When Dan decided he was going to go into the life insurance business, financial advising business, now, I don't know, 13, 14 years ago, I knew Dan already well in his other endeavors that he had been involved in, and when he and I talked a bit about his new career path, I just thought to myself, I go, this is perfect. This is exactly the kind of person I think will excel in a job where attention to detail and trust and competency is everything, because that's the kind of person Dan is.
Dan has made my progress much easier, as far as product knowledge, to maturity, to focus, to just pretty much every aspect with the job. He's been very, very influential in my growth.
I think what makes Dan a good candidate is, number one, his production. He's a very good producer, year in, year out, very consistent, has continued to get better each and every year. His community involvement is truly second to none. He has just done some unbelievable things in the community and really is very giving of his time, as well as with Naifa. Been very involved, again, very, very giving of his time, and truly wants to do the best in everything that he does. And I think he exudes all of the qualities that an advisor of the year should have.